And I think what was pretty cool was because I was around for majority of the first year. I think
Yeah.
I missed like the first few months or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like every month was like the next best month, like beating records every month. So there was just
Good
like
month.
this level of success and just like momentum. And it wasn't like there was crazy marketing going on or like
No.
some massive strategy to get people in the door. It's exactly what you said, like quality and consistency and making it about the people.
Yeah, I think I'll go back actually. I don't think I realized how much um, what my ultimate strength in this would be until like maybe 6 months into doing it, which is we didn't do any marketing. We just cared about the people and like understanding it's not something I want to say I'm good at. It's just I really like everybody that comes in and everyone that works for us. And I just realized how impactful that is, I guess. So we didn't
Hmm.
market. We just created a great environment for people to come to, and it's a small town, so people talked, and now lots of people come all the time.
And so many regulars.
Tons, tons of them. Yeah.
Life's too short for bad coffee or bad leadership. I'm Lindsay Yellin, executive leadership coach, coffee enthusiast, and former ad VP turned believer in leading from a place of possibility. On Unfiltered Leadership, we skip the buzzwords and dig into the messy, human, and powerful side of leadership with real conversations and practical takeaways. Now grab your mug. Let's dive in. Hello, welcome back to Unfiltered Leadership. Today is a really exciting day because I'm bringing you my conversation that I had with my boss, my barista boss from REBYL, Ryan Salet. He came from originally in the tech world. He then opened and started REBYL before he had actually the cafe. So he talks a bit about his journey and evolution. And I pick his brain about his values in leadership, how important it is for people, the way he makes people and like customers feel and the impact of that. We dig into like all these like crevices of building a team, inspiring a team, and how to build a business that is based on quality and consistency and how that drives success. And it all comes down to just making every person feel special and seen and heard and valued. And Ryan has a superpower of doing that with every single person who walks into the cafe. So I learn a lot from Ryan all the time. I hope you do today. We also nerd out on coffee. We recorded this from the new REBYL location and had such a great time. So I'm very excited for you guys to sit down with us. Grab your mug. Let's go. Hello. Welcome back to Unfiltered Leadership. Ryan, welcome.
Hello.
Please, first off, I have to say this. This is really exciting for those who are not watching. We're actually in REBYL's new location. So very fitting and on brand. We're actually talking today inside of a coffee shop, but it's not like any coffee shop.
Very
It's
small
like,
one. Yeah.
it's like a coffee. Well, tell folks, what is REBYL Outpost?
REBYL Outpost is a walk-up espresso bar. So it's this little window on Main Street in Half Moon Bay, where you can come and get all the delicious coffee that we normally make. And that's including delicious pastries and snacks and bone broth, which is what I'm drinking right now. And yeah, it's just an extension of what we're currently doing at our main shop.
So when I asked Ryan to come on the show, I said, we obviously have to do it in a REBYL location. So here we are. So Ryan, tell me what's in your mug today. Well, I guess you just told us, but tell us about your mug
I
today.
will. This is what's in my mug is chicken bone broth from Trad out of Noe Valley. Trad bone broth. Thank you, fellas. It's end of day over here. We're in the afternoon, so I'm winding down on my caffeine. And my mug was made by a former employee who does pottery on the side. I don't know if I'm going to show this.
Yeah, you gotta show it.
Thank
And
you.
then describe
Thank
it.
you, Caitlin.
Describe it a little bit for those not watching.
For those not watching, it is a very balanced, simple mug, brown, uh, measured perfectly for my hand by a friend of mine. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I use it
that's cool.
it's my everyday mug at home. Yeah, so I brought it in.
And today, so I just made myself matcha. I haven't had any caffeine yet today, so it felt appropriate. It's a really like cloudy, gloomy day, so needed something warm.
Yeah.
But my mug today is one that is a brand new mug to my collection, and it is like, I think it weighs like 10 pounds.
500 pounds.
Yes, it is massive. It has fish on it. And what's special about this one is last night we had a REBYL Christmas holiday gathering and did a mug exchange that got quite heated with a lot of stealing. And I did steal this mug. And this was the one that you picked out.
I did pick that one up, yeah.
So in honor of your great taste and how much I love it, I brought my newest mug from you.
I love that you love it.
I love it. It's from like a local shop here, right?
Yeah, just a few shops down
Just
from
a few
us.
shops down. Okay, so we did talk before this a little bit about because you have two. I don't often get to talk to coffee nerds on here and like
Okay.
coffee lovers.
Yes.
So I wanted to spend a moment. So what got you passionate about coffee?
I used to work in tech, and we had a coffee club at one of the companies that I worked for. This was when I was mid-20s probably. That club, but very specifically a roast that I got it was from Roscoe, and it was an Ethiopian geisha.
Where's Roscoe?
That's a great question.
Okay,
I don't know.
Roscoe somewhere.
I think they're relatively local.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not even sure if they're around anymore, honestly. But it was the most blueberry roast I've ever had in my life. It lasted for like 2 days it was, and then it like disappeared. But for those 2 days, it was like the best cup of coffee I've ever had. And ever since I've been trying different roasts, different bags, and kind of going on that adventure. And that led me to now owning 2 coffee shops.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And we're going to talk more about that. I want to share, cause similarly, like, I feel like for those of you out there that maybe love coffee as much as we do, there is like a one coffee or like a moment or like something that like turns you into a connoisseur or lover. And I'll never forget, I was at Ipsento in Chicago, which is still around. I don't know if they still roast or if they just have one of their locations, but they had a Panama honey processed coffee. And I just remembered it had like such flavor, complexity, like something about it. Like I'll never forget the Panama honey. And it like revolutionized my thoughts on like what coffee could be. And that like started my obsession. And I did like a coffee class at Ipsento too. So that got me like educating on coffee. And that's like part of why we started talking. Cause I think I would try to steal your attention to nerd out on coffee on me when I would come to REBYL before I worked there. I'd be like, yeah, so like, what do you drink? Because I had no one to talk to. No one.
You were a very easy hire.
And, but I want to get into that. So, but first off, can you tell us a little bit about like your story? You just said you were in tech.
Yeah.
Now you own 2 coffee locations.
Yeah.
Within like a year and a half opening business. And you started REBYL, it started as like a little bit of a different thing. Like it's been evolving, right?
Yeah,
so
it's been evolving.
can you give us like the headlines of your story that what got you here today and like what you're trying to build?
Sure. Yeah, I was in tech for roughly 13 years. Data analytics mostly, and most of that time spent in healthcare analytics. And through looking at a bunch of patient data, I started really caring about the food that I put in my body. Half Moon Bay is a food gold mine. We're surrounded by farms and ranches and obviously the ocean. And I just kind of got obsessed with food and knowing where it came from to the point where I was growing and like harvesting my own meat, meaning fishing, hunting, which transitioned to a much easier lifestyle would be actually talking to the ranches and working with them directly to get my protein. And I got laid off for the very first time. And I had this idea of REBYL in the back of my head for a number of years. And while kind of consulting still in tech, which is what I got back into after I laid off, I had time to build out REBYL, which initially was a delivery service for our community.
And this is during COVID?
Not intentionally.
But
yeah,
so
I had, so COVID hit and I already had a website and relationship.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was
Okay.
just
It was like pre-COVID and then it had it. Okay.
Yeah, I was doing it before COVID, but I hadn't launched it yet.
Okay.
So COVID brought in interesting challenges and also a big need for a while. So we started working with, it was me, I said we a lot, but we worked with all the local farmers and ranchers and bakers, and we took those products, we put them online for just our community, and we distributed them back to the people who live here. And it was awesome. It did really well, but it was definitely a hard business to deliver. Business is
Were you fully into REBYL or were you still doing some tech work?
I was
and
still
doing that?
consulting for
Okay.
the first year. And then after the first year, I went full on to REBYL.
What gave you the confidence to go totally out of the tech world and full into REBYL?
I don't know if I was confident. Not wanting to do both at the same time and realize which one I really liked more was probably the biggest driver. And then you just kind of leap. And honestly, it did pretty well, but it didn't really pick up steam until I opened up our first location at Shoreline.
Mm.
which was a hybrid, which is currently a hybrid market selling all those same products that we used to deliver. And it's also, arguably the top shop in Half Moon Bay for coffee.
What did you yeah, best coffee on the coast. I mean
I hope so. That's what we're going for.
it's true.
Yeah.
But what did you notice about yourself, your life, once you let me ask this a different way. What are the biggest difference of, like, Ryan in tech and Ryan running Rebel?
Oh, I love being around people. Like
Okay,
in tech, I'm
say
in a
more.
cubicle and I'm still like interacting with people. I had teams and was a part of teams um and that's great. I still got to like coach younger people when I was in tech. But yeah, I just love every day is awesome. I love the community I live in and I work in this community too. So our shop is in the same community that I live in. I live in Half Moon Bay. And
Mm.
it's awesome to be around all the people more than anything. And now I'm also dealing with just like as I'm getting older, these a lot of young people, and some of them it's their very first job, which is really cool to be a part of and kind of get them going on some good habits. Yeah, it's super fun. I'll never go back that way. Yeah.
Were there any values, like, of yours that you are able to, like, live in now? Or I use, like, in coaching the words, like, kind of honor, I guess, that in tech you couldn't or were, like, actively, like, dishonored or had to push aside?
I mean, when you work for larger companies, yeah, there was like limitations, lots of red tape, whether it was like just with how you dealt with people or like the products that you're putting out. I don't have to deal with those anymore. So, um, yeah, I believe in creating great product and great service at the sacrifice of nothing. Like that's the highest priority thing that we do. There is no timeline around that. That first and foremost, like I've worked with lots of product and tech, and there are milestones, and you had to hit those milestones regardless of what were ready
Mm,
for. And then just the human part of it. Um, I love humans. They're the drivers of all of everybody's business, but very specifically, I don't know. I don't know if I care more than anybody else, but I definitely care a lot about the people that work at Rebel and how important they are.
and that's very, very evident, and one of the things that I noticed and have loved working for Rebel and for you, and I wanna talk about that, but, like, one other quick question is,
Mhm.
what has been, like, your biggest lesson that you've learned in the, like, year and a half since opening the Rebel HQ?
The biggest lesson
Yeah.
to not be scared, just effort and consistency.
What were you afraid of?
I mean, I've never really been afraid to lose, but that lingers in the back of your head a little bit, and lose by losing to put yourself out there and have something not succeed.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm pretty confident at this point that like I kind of just understand like treat people well, try super hard, and be consistent every day. And I think you can. I feel like I can do.
did you ever
Well,
feel like there's a moment where you're like, "Oh, shit, this might fail?"
no,
I was gonna
I
say, it
just
feels
don't.
like it's just like
I just don't really act like I don't really believe in that.
yeah, it feels like that thought never
No, I
enters
mean
you. It's
we're
like
way better now than we were like 3 years ago.
yeah,
Yeah, but, and, the difference between even last year and now is incredible, and I'm grateful for it, like, you could throw a party, but everyone's gotta come still.
yeah,
You don't know, you just kinda keep showing up, keep caring about their experience, and putting out a good product, and I think people will keep coming.
and I think what was pretty cool was because I was around for a majority of the first year. I think
Yeah,
I missed, like, the first few months or whatever.
yeah.
Um But it was like every month was like the next best
Mm,
month, like beating records every month. So there was just
good
like
month.
this level of success and just like momentum. And it wasn't like there was crazy marketing going on or like
No,
some massive strategy to get people in the door. It's exactly what you said, like quality and consistency and making it about the people.
yeah, I think I'll go back, actually. I don't think I realized how much um, what my ultimate strength in this would be until like maybe 6 months into doing it, which is we didn't do any marketing. We just cared about the people. And like understanding it's not something I want to say I'm good at. It's just I really like everybody that comes in and everyone that works for us. And I just realized how impactful that is, I guess. So we didn't
Hmm.
market. We just created a great environment for people to come to, and it's a small town, so people talked, and now lots of people come all the time.
And so many regulars.
Tons, like, yeah, tons of them. Yeah.
And I think it's fair. I know you're like, I don't know if I'm necessarily good at it. I mean, you are good at it. And the reason why I feel like you're good at it is you understand, the way you treat people is like prioritizing the human truth that everybody just wants to feel special. Like, that's what we all want at our core, to feel special, to feel
Value.
loved, to feel
We
valued.
are all valued and special.
I know, but most people don't make other people feel that way, especially in the workplace and especially like often in customer service or relation, right? Like that. But that is ultimately what everyone wants. And every person that you talk to, I feel like you're always striving for that in some way, even if it's in the smallest comments.
Yeah, I think I just like talking to people.
I know, but like
I
your
don't know if it's something I
nature,
strive to be good at. I just like it.
it just
I
comes
like
innate to you.
making people feel good.
That's it.
Yeah,
I like to make people feel good.
yeah.
And I think people, that is it. That's
And
at the root of it.
yeah, probably. And I have a lot of energy to give people. So
Yeah.
it
And
works out
it's
that way.
like, and every person, like whether they're a regular and you step out and give them a hug and check in with them and talk to them, or whether there's someone that just walked in, like there's something in your nature that at least it feels like to me, that you make people feel like, oh, I've known you for 10
Mhm.
years. Like you're not a stranger here. And that is a value that you instill in to all of us. Like that is a huge priority. I feel like you like make every person who walk in the door feel seen, and every customer greeted, and like that's like most important thing.
Yeah, I just think it's healthy human interaction that is also like just very good business too. Like if I needed to explain it to the people that work there, it's like better the relationship you have with people, the more they're going to come. And by definition, the more money you're going to make. I don't necessarily like, that's not how I'm viewing it, but like, that's just how that works. To me, it's just like really clean business. I'm just doing something that I really like to do. And it like on its own creates more revenue for the business that I'm at, and it creates more money for the people that I care about that are working for Rebel. It's kind of cool.
And it builds a business that's aligned to what's important to you
Yes,
and
community.
represents
This
you.
community means a lot to me.
Yeah. And I think this is important, um, because like something I want to say about this is like, you're like, this is not that you're talking it down, but you're like, this is something that comes naturally to me, just feels like it's just good business, like it's almost like common sense. But the reality is like a lot of people don't. Okay. But let me finish. So where I'm going with this is like strengths that are innate to us, that are perhaps very like values aligned, or just like the kind of superpowers that we have that other people see and really like respect and admire in us and help us build successful parts of our lives,
Mhm.
we often don't realize are unique. And we are like, oh, okay, that's just who I am. Like, that's just what you do. Like, of course, like, this is just what I do. But other people see it and are like, wow, that makes him really special. So I'm just pointing that out because your ability and how you make people feel and the environment and the energy that you bring is really special and unique. And that is why Rebel is
Well,
special
thank
and
you.
unique.
I mean, I do hope that people feel good about being a customer there and working there.
I
So
think it's evident.
yeah.
And I think that's an important like lesson just for people. Like I learned that at um when I was in like one of my most senior leadership positions, and had someone on my team who pointed out some qualities of my leadership, and I was just like, oh, okay, like I don't know, it doesn't seem like a big deal. And she's like, but you need to know, like that's not normal, like that is unique to you, and that is like a superpower. And I think we too often overlook and think qualities of us that come easy to us are not special or unique, but often they're what really can set us apart. So the more we can understand them, the more we can leverage them.
Yeah.
And
I'm not unaware of like how I make people feel. I don't think I can like see that when I talk to them. So
yeah.
yeah.
And I do think it inspires the workers at the coffee shop.
Cool. I hope so.
I think it really does.
I think we have an amazing team over there. They're all it's very easy hiring, I feel, because you're just looking for really good humans that will care. Our motto over there is just give a fuck. Just care about what you're doing. And that means care about the product that you're putting out there, care about the service that you're doing, that you're providing. Just care about something when you're on the clock, care about Rebel. Um, and they all do. And it's really easy to hire that type of person. And when you bring in a person who has like really like great just human qualities and you surround them with a team that already has all that baked in and everyone's working well together, it's like this perfect little soup.
It really is. And I mean, not, it has, like, you've worked really hard at that. Like, it hasn't been,
It's my most important job is the
so
people.
what have you learned? Like, what have you been some of your like greatest lessons in terms of building your team?
My gut is pretty pretty spot on with
Okay.
people. Yeah.
But
And I mean, even people that were we've had a couple of people that were awesome, but like maybe didn't work out. And that does happen, but they still come back and to the shop. Everyone's always hanging out.
yeah,
So it's like it's a great place to be. And like even when I'm not missing by much, which is great. Yeah, I'm not gonna bat 1,000 here, but yeah,
I don't know really what that means.
I'm not gonna get them all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of
But
course,
you
perfection's
try
not
to
possible.
when people are interviewing at REBYL, there's a lot of touch points, lots of people to talk to, and there's other people that work there that their opinions matter a lot to me. I think their kind of human radar is also very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
You being one of them, we're gonna miss you.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
temporarily.
It's like we just have a really good squad there, and as long as we keep the core strong there, we should be pretty good for a long time.
And what has been, I mean, because one thing you told me early on, 'cause we spent a lot of time while I was working talking about talent, like managing people,
Mhm.
like leadership, because you were really building, because you had a couple people, but then I joined and then you had to like bring on, like, it's like kind of
Mhm.
rebuilding a team at that time.
Yeah. Well, we were growing
And
so fast. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
And I remember like you were like, I am really passionate about building, mentoring younger people.
for sure.
So, and like your staff is quite young.
Super young.
So what's that been like going from corporate world where you got people like post college to now you got everyone from like 18 younger through, 25.
Yeah. It's a big I remember people that mentored me when I was their age. So and like I had some really great mentors. And it's not necessarily just like with specifics about work, but just like life, there's a lot of life chat that happens at REBYL. And there's I believe in like complete life. Like, I expect people to work really hard and do a great job at REBYL, but their entire life matters. And when they're young, they have dreams. Everyone should have dreams, but there's a lot of big, really big dreams happening at REBYL, and I encourage them and support them in it because
That's true.
I'm in my 40s and I'm still dreaming. So yeah,
And what like someone someone fucks up.
yeah.
How do you handle it?
I, pe-
What's your
pe-
approach?
People fuck up. It depends on how bad the fuck up is, but people screw up. I screw up more than anybody else there. So, you know,
Is there like a story? You obviously don't have to name names. I just like, because I think I'm kind of, this is like a leading question because I think you are so incredible at your perspective and how you
mhm.
navigate difficult moments with people from a balance of accountability and compassion and like understanding. And I think that also is
I
unique.
I really try hard to understand everybody individually. So there's no like global way that I would talk to somebody.
Uh-huh.
Um, there is a young lady there who in her first week spilled cold brew like all over the place and was just like super frazzled.
And cold
And
brew, okay, hold on. We gotta give a little context
cold brew
here.
is a big pitcher. It's a big one to
And
spill all over the
it
place.
takes 9
It takes
hours
9 hours to
to
make that
brew it.
pitcher
We
too.
didn't like throw this together. Like this is like a labor of love.
Yeah. And she was rattled. Didn't feel harsh anyways. This is not we're not like, you know, we're not brain surgeons here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just food and shit happens. And but if I was at all harsh, like I don't know, it probably wouldn't have accepted that very well. And then there's a young man who we were getting our ass kicked on a Saturday, which Saturdays are just crazy at REBYL. And he wasn't taking names on the tickets and he wasn't hearing me while I was asking it to him. And then for him, I had him squat down and I had to tell him, I said, if you don't put fucking names on these tickets, I'm going to send you home. But he could take that. And we
You
both
knew it.
laughed. We looked at each other and I was very serious, but we laughed. I'm like, dude, just put the names on the tickets. And he's our lead now.
Yeah.
It was his first job he ever had.
Yeah.
And some people could just everyone can handle stuff differently. It's a different relationship with each individual person. And he needed that and she needed something else. Yeah.
And I think that's what's interesting. It's so funny. And I like everyone has those moments, right? And like I think what's unique about and what's really positive about the culture that any leader can take with them is like creating a culture of safety is so important. It's like, because mess ups are going to happen, like inevitable.
It's inevitable.
And at REBYL and at the coffee shop, I think it's so interesting also like talking about these examples in a situation that is like a cafe,
Mm-hmm.
because it is like it is the same shit everywhere. It's just in different forms, right?
It's all the same.
That's why I've
all
like,
business is the same.
it's like the most exciting thing to like see all of this in like an environment I love that I like think about all the time. But it's like the fuck ups are going to happen. It's totally inevitable. But you're only going to have a team that's going to operate and from a place of excellence if they don't worry that if they're trying to like keep up with the rush and then spill beans everywhere, that they're not going to get like completely reprimanded for it.
Yeah,
And like totally, which I have done that before in a rush.
Yeah, I mean, we have. I just got it. Now we laugh. Some of the fuck ups are laughable. I got a text message from our shop lead on Sunday, and we have this streak of leaving our drip as you're doing a fresh batch drip. If you leave the spout on, it just runs
burns
coffee all
everywhere.
over the place. And we had a wonderful streak going, and then somebody broke it on Sunday. And I don't know. It's just these things are not that big of a deal, and that doesn't mean you don't try like to not do them, but if you're sitting there being nervous, you can't move quickly and you can't move confidently,
And you can't connect with the customers.
no.
You can't connect with one another. And I think your idea of consistency, like talked about in terms of consistency, like with the customers and with the quality. But I think another big part of it is you are very consistent in how you treat these situations. And even though you might talk to every person different, because you know you need to like connect with them differently, they take things differently, like, of course, but you are consistent in your approach and your values of like how you handle the situations with people.
Yeah, I think I have take a style like I'm so sports oriented
Uh-huh.
coaching, and I've coached young people for a super long time, and I probably treat everything like it's a sports organization, and everyone has different skills. Everyone has a different way of wanting to be chatted with, but staying consistent on an individual basis and helping them grow and get to where I need them to be, and also like where they want to be individually too, is just I'm just there to. I said it already, but like the people there is my job. So getting the best out of them is my job. It's my most important job that I have.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a big part of what I try to talk about with leaders or teach is like how to coach in leadership, because I don't think people truly understand what that means. And I think they're just like, oh, can you coach this person? They need to be coached. It just means they just need to get better at tasks, or they just need to get better at what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you said it perfectly. Like it's all about, I have said before that I like see you as like the Ted Lasso of coffee industry. Not because of like the dad jokes, but because
I don't
of
have it.
no, you're allowed that. But like the sports orientedness and the way you treat people and like all the things, like I'm like, oh, is like you're just
Right.
for like have very similar.
Yeah, in the end, everything that's happening outside of those doors is way bigger than what we're doing at REBYL. Just like I care a lot about it, but it's like life is pretty big.
Yeah, but you care a lot about the people, and like the coaching comes down to like what you said, which is like making these people the best they can be. Like
Yeah.
and Ted has a line. He's like, I make these. Like, it's all about making these people the best they can be on and off the field, and that's what I believe your philosophy is. Like you're here, and yes, when you're here, I want you to be the best, help you get there, but you also are supporting to help people be the best out there.
Yeah, I hope that I have these kids as all of them when they start, like the goals have them from a business standpoint to stay with us for as long as we can, because it takes a lot of time to train them. And I know that I'll be able to keep a handful of them and give them great careers working with me as we move forward, which is wonderful. But a lot of these kids have different dreams than being at a coffee shop, and they should. And I encourage and help with all aspects, whether it's their resumes or connecting them with people. And yeah, I don't
Or
know.
letting them learn, like you said from the beginning, you're like, learn anything you want from this experience to help you with your own, like my own coffee experience, or like what I wanted to learn.
Yeah.
Like from the beginning, you're like, use this, like whatever you can learn it.
Yeah.
When that was like such a gift.
Yeah. That's
And
like,
I have.
you have. Yeah.
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 There's still so much more I want to learn.
There's way too much to learn.
But
There's way more to learn than I thought, actually. But yeah.
and I've learned so much from you around just like managing. Like here I am, like just loving to want to learn about the coffee, but in managing a business and standing up a business to be as successful as REBYL is becoming, and so consistently, and with like the people, it's like such a wealth of knowledge.
Well, I appreciate that. I think I'm just willing to do stuff and then learn. And it's really nice not to, we do a lot of quick pivoting over there. It's like that didn't work, and we just kind of keep moving
Yeah.
forward. Because I don't have enough historic knowledge to like have a complete game plan. So everyone's kind of learned to kind of just trust what we're doing. We have a visitor.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's
We'll
all
get
right.
it.
Just leave it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll see you then.
We'll see you.
No, you're not
No
bothering.
problem. It's all right. Now we got a little sunshine, a little
Can
air.
we edit that?
Yeah. You can take that out, or we can leave it. We'll let Cameron decide. But I forget what we were talking about. What you were saying. You said earlier that you like want people to dream. You want to support their dreams, and you're 40 years old. You're 40, still dreaming.
Oh yeah.
What are you dreaming about?
I mean, what I want to do when I grow up, I want to own coffee shops and play music. That's what I want.
So imagining yourself in 5 years from now, from 10 years from now,
Yeah.
20 years from now, like what are you doing? What are you celebrating? Like, where are you? What do you see?
We
for
have
yourself?
an awesome brand that has created very successful careers for those who are a part of it and want that chunk of it. And then it's also freed me up to be I'm in search of like time more than anything. So and I'd like to spend my time doing lots of things, and one of those things is like getting back into music. So that's what I want to do. In 5 years, I'm hopeful that I have a successful brand, like I said, that is making other people successful around me, and also still and growing, and then music's a big part of my life. Writing, recording, playing out. That's what I want to be. Yeah. We'll see if that changes. That's not.
And here we are. Folks are going to be listening to this in the new year, but like we're reflecting, and we're nearing the end of 2025. What are you most proud of about yourself and about the business?
The staff. I mean, we just had our holiday party, so maybe it's a little stronger now. But it's nice to be surrounded by really cool people, and a lot of them have been here with us for a while, and we had this streak of beating every single month. It lasted for like, I don't know, 16 months.
Amazing.
Where it was like our most current month was our best month. And it's still going up, which is great. But and we did it with just like the same. Everyone's growing, everyone's getting better. And it's just a great group of humans to be around. So I'm grateful for them.
And I mean, you opened up your second location.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
That's huge.
that was a goal of mine this year. It was a stretch goal, but to get a second spot in this place happened to open up. We flipped this thing in like 2 months.
Yeah, it's really
super
incredible.
fast. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on hitting your goal.
Thank you.
So what's next? What's 2026?
Probably another location.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
Album.
Okay. An album.
Yeah.
Open up another location.
Yeah.
What is your wish for your team in 2026?
I have individual goals with a couple of the people on my leadership team to hit. I have like salary goals for them that are really important to me that I'd like to hit for them. Everybody else is a little bit different. Some people, we have some artists that are amazing artists that are doing like starting their art career. They're very young, and this is a way of like kind of keeping steady money in their bank account. I hope they keep thriving and they get exactly what they want out of REBYL. The coffee shops are cool, and being an espresso is a really great skill set. You can take that anywhere in the world with you, and if you're really good, you're an automatic hire.
Completely.
And we churn out really great baristas here. It's probably one of the more important things that we do, to stay consistent.
And I will say there's like not many things that have made me feel so good about myself than when you have a customer or a regular who takes a sip of your drink and goes,
Right.
"Oh, you make the best cappuccinos."
Yeah.
Or they can make a point. You're like, "This is
Yeah.
so good." I'm just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's like a dream come true." It's like the best.
Yeah. That and like, oh, you guys have the best coffee, and
Uh-huh.
your staff is amazing are the two things I hear all the time, and it always feels good.
And that the work, like the drinks are consistent. Like I
Yeah,
think like
we have, I'm like, yeah,
very regimented.
annoyingly militant or whatever about that, like, but
But not yeah,
it's mostly the message is just care.
care.
Yeah, everything tells you if it's not good and dump it if it's not and start over. Yeah.
Yeah, and I talked about that. I've written about that. Like, I actually that's because people here might not have heard me talk about that. But one big takeaway I had was, yeah, this idea of like dump the milk, and like I think that
I read
helps.
that.
I know, and it how like and it. I think it goes with the consistency bit, which is like such a clear theme and important part of the company success of the company, but also helping with like the lack of fear and the safety that I was mentioning
Yeah.
earlier. Like it's like you're rewarded for your quality control, not rewarded for like, the speediness of the drinks
Yeah.
or like how much milk you don't waste. It's about the quality and the consistency.
I
So
don't
talk a little bit about that.
I thank you guys. If I see you dump a shot or milk, walk up to you and say thank you for doing that
Hmm.
because it wasn't good enough, and you made a choice. Because there's again, that's what, like the hiring thing. Like there's steps in our process to making coffee that says you'll know if it's not good, and if you feel pressure to get this out, you might pour a B level drink instead of an A. And I'm asking you to pour out the B and start over and give out an A. So every time I see it, I say thank you. I think everyone would agree with that.
It's also like giving people, at least I can speak for myself, like the chance and the confidence to like trust yourself. So like it would be like entrusting your own quality, and it makes you a better
Yeah,
barista because it was
for
like,
sure.
oh, I don't know, this kind of maybe this is good, maybe it's not. And like knowing that most important thing is that it's the best drink that goes out there.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this isn't at the standard. Like I'm gonna do it over again.
Yeah.
And then you just it kept me very accountable to do the best that I could
Yeah, it's being a
and not
barista
worried
is
about it.
also a very achievable skill with effort and consistency. And I'll ask all the new baristas, like, do you want to just make coffee drinks or do you want to be a really great barista? You might as well if you're here. We're giving you the training and the opportunity to be very good at what you're doing. So let's be very good at it while we're here. And that's just kind of why not? You're going to be here, get good at your craft. Yeah.
So for anyone who's maybe thinking about, I think we're in a time where a lot of people are questioning their careers, the stability, and especially tech.
In the Bay Area.
The Bay Area, for sure. I mean, it's like there's a lot of uncertainty. And so, anyone who's like navigating, considering doing their own thing, or
Yes, do it.
like, what are your greatest tips or lessons to them?
I'll tell you what I'll tell my children. Set
Like,
your financial bar low, do what you love, and then build it around that.
mm,
That's my if you're young, if you're still young enough to make that decision, do that. And I think that'll be very helpful. There's lots of ways to make money. Money is obviously important. I'm not devaluing it. Um, but if you do something that you love and you apply yourself fully, you're probably gonna do a pretty great job at it. And I think you'll find the rewards that you need.
mm. What do you think your kids have learned from you, or like, what do you think has been different them watching you in the last 2 years really grow and bring Rebel to life versus like
Huh.
you as like a tech?
They see me more, which is
Yeah,
cool.
which is great.
Yeah. I'm not like commuting to the city or something. So I'm around more. I mean, they know there's a new shop and they're excited about it. My son is working for us now,
So
kind of, which is really,
so cool.
and my daughter likes to go in the shop and everybody knows them and it feels good. I kind of grew up like that too, like going into grocery stores
Yeah.
and markets and like, my grandparents own this thing. So I'm going to grab some snacks.
What do you think? Like, that's actually interesting. What do you think that you was instilled in you young, watching that with your parents, your grandparents? Because your family's been like a legacy family in Half Moon Bay.
Yeah, my kids are like fifth generation.
Yeah, that's incredible. And
My
they've had
kids are
many
fifth.
businesses. What do you think you learned from growing up in that, and that has made the impression that that's like what you want to do here too and instill in your kids?
I don't know. I think I'm not sure. I don't know if I can answer that. Like I don't know what I learned from that, but I do it's like almost validation that like of why I love it. I just love this space so much. I love small business. I love food, but specifically small business is like something I love a lot. And having little shops here is like it's awesome. And like what happens at Rebel every single day is so rad. Like there's such a cool community that goes in there. And there's this vibe that has nothing really to, I mean, we are the driver of it, but it's all the people that come in that are the vibe. The people working there and the people coming in, they create this vibe, and it's pretty amazing. So maybe it's just like, and then like reflecting back, it's like, oh yeah, grandma and grandpa had this deli or this grocery store or this restaurant. I grew up when I was in high school, my parents had a deli slash cafe that I worked at. And it's like, you know, I, it just makes sense why I like it, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it leans into, like, a lot of what you talked about, like, the community being and connecting and investing in people,
Mhm.
like, um, and if you have to, like I'm just, like, curious about this, like, you're looking out at REBYL, like, you're, like, standing behind the bar, okay?
Okay.
What are, like, the sights or the situations that make you most happy to see? Like, in customers or in employees that, like, warm you up and you're like, "Yep, that's why I do this."
There's the seeing the same people very consistently there is was really sweet. I love I also, if I'm standing there, like, I love seeing our employees, like, perform at a high level, which is really great. I love people immersing themselves in the whole store, so grabbing a cup of coffee and doing shopping and all that stuff. Um, I don't know, I think it's just, like, walking in there and being able to, like, when I walk in the door, I'm saying good morning and hello to everyone, but it's like it's not like, someone that I don't know, like, I see them almost every day, you know, and it's pretty cool, and I don't know if I would have that experience with these people. I probably wouldn't if that coffee shop didn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just so many people that I have met here that I didn't know, and, it's awesome. Yeah.
Are you familiar with the concept of the third place?
No.
Third place is like you have home and you have work and then you have like your third place and it was more common in previous generations whether it was like community centers or churches or religious places or bars or places where people with like similar values and maybe proximity or would come together and like connect and be and
Mhm,
socialize
mhm.
and like a lot of people talk about how third places have kind of gone away a lot with like technology with a lot
Sure.
of individualism like all of that. I feel like someone asked me this about REBYL, but, like, I feel like REBYL has become a third place.
For sure. I think so. I mean, for me, I guess it's my 2nd and 3rd, but, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I see that. I mean, people, yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's a really good vibe over there. Like, people love it, and I'm grateful for it. I mean, they make it. We just, like, offer a platform for people to come and make it something special, and I think it really helps that we're in Half Moon Bay, and it's such a really sweet community, but we're like this little, awesome community inside this sweet community, so I don't know.
There was something that happened the other day that I didn't get to witness, but heard about, which you probably did too. But there was, like, a couple who came in with, like, a little birthday cake, and they, like, chose to, like, celebrate their little birthday together, and they were, like, super lovey-dovey and romantic, and they, like, gave cake to the employees, and they came and, like, there's events that get thrown there, people meet up for all different things, and I see that
Yeah,
all the time, and, like, I think when in our world where a lot of people are remote, a lot of people are feeling very disconnected from themselves and others, to have a space like REBYL and to work at a space like that where I get to watch people have meaningful connections every day, all the time, whether with the baristas, whether with people that they're meeting up with, whether with you, is like it just restores a lot of faith in humanity and like a reassurance of like that is what we need more of. Like that's
for
what the
sure.
world needs.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I'm not just because, like, I'm a big part of it. I just think these type of businesses we need more of. They're healthy, and you could see it being healthy. People come in the REBYL and they get happy, and they leave REBYL and they're happy still. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's cool, and
It's cool.
it's not just about the product, it's just the experience of going there. It's pretty sweet.
So any final like words or reflections? Like I guess one final question I have for you that I'm curious
Uh,
about is like, do you either have like a really prominent mentor or like guiding principle that has been a steady force in how you lead yourself and lead others?
Kindness and happiness is a choice. That's my personal, people are trying, and I guess for my leadership team, we lead I like them to lead a certain way too. I don't know if this is in line, but
Yeah.
to do so do well so you can delegate is something I pass on, like, we are, I follow the William Wallace mode of leadership for all my leaders, which means we're first one on a horse downhill going. Um, if you don't know that reference, go watch Braveheart, please. I
So
don't know if I answered your question or not, but
kindness and happiness are a choice.
I think so. Yeah.
So do you wake up every day and choose it, or how do you keep yourself accountable to that? Because like life can have hard things.
Sure. Um, accept them, love the good, understand the bad. Yeah, it's a choice, and I'm not ignoring things, but like it feels a lot better to spread kindness than the alternative.
Mm-hmm. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Um, do you have any questions for me as someone who works for you? And that's put you on the spot. I guess I just
Like, what are your current goals? So when you came to Rebel,
mm,
you told me
yeah.
that you told me your background. You're a pro. Like, oh, by the way, she's like my I don't know. Like I have different people that help me with different things there, but you are definitely like my business whisperer over there. And I'm not gonna say I miss you for that because I'll still text you if I have questions.
Yeah, obviously.
And but when you first started, you told me that you someday would like to own your own coffee shop or be in the coffee space
Mm-hmm.
in some capacity, and you wanted to learn. And I said, "Rad, um, you seem cool. Like, come help me."
You seem cool. Like, come on. I mean, you did take a chance and hired a 36-year-old barista.
Whatever, same thing. You're a good human.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and who
Who could
like
only work two
good
shifts.
human who obviously already showed that like you apply yourself to things. So like you would be good and you wanted to learn to be a barista. It's like,
You did.
yeah,
That's true.
and you are. You're a fantastic barista.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of that.
So what it would be are your goals still the same?
I think that's really like I think when I first started, I was super interested in like figuring out how I want to bring leadership and coffee together because I still believe there's a way. Like, you're like, I want to own coffee shops and play music, and like you want to build your life to support that, and you're on your way to do that. I want to, as of now, continue to be in the leadership space, and I want to continue to like be in the coffee space. And I think I was really trying to find a way to bring them meaningfully together. And maybe that's still possible, but I think with having the baby come, like it just has shifted my focus and like other things in the last year or so that I'm really my mind is like I don't have like a clear goal of like this is what I want to achieve. Where I am is like I want to continue to say yes to the things that feel good,
Mhm.
that are making me feel fulfilled, successful in the ways I need to be, and like feel like a whole body yes. Like, and I feel like if I keep turning myself towards those things, they will and put myself into them, they will evolve and like things will be revealed. Like the next steps and the evolutions will be revealed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like just going to Rebel and talking to you and then like having not like ignoring the thought that I had for like basically since I moved to the coast, like for years was like, I think I want to work in a coffee shop. I think, and I just didn't ignore that or write it off. And then that's what like prompted me to be like, oh, well, I want to work here. And then it like opened up that whole door. Right.
Mhm.
So I just want to, my goal is just to continue to stay true and honest with myself of like what's working and what's not, find my balance as a mom. And I still want to have like a world, like some type of step, like foot, hand, half a body into the coffee world. I just don't know what that looks like yet, but I would love to be in a place where I am able to nurture both sides of those pretty evenly. Like get my business to a place where maybe I'm able to have like invest less time in that business to be able to invest more into coffee stuff with you, with Rebel, in something different.
I'll sign up for that.
And then I don't know, maybe one year I'll have my own thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But like that is not like an immediate interest to me. Like I'm like, I don't know if I want to open my own thing right now. Like that doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
But I want to continue to learn and I want to continue to build and I want to continue to like understand the power of coffee and fueling connection.
Hmm.
And that's really important to me.
Cool. Yeah. Great.
So just like continuing down what I feel like will lead me to the right answers. I don't know. Just figuring it out.
You're not supposed to know.
Exactly. I get the people who are like, I know exactly where I want to be in 10 years from now. I'm like, that's incredible.
No,
I don't.
things change.
But
Yeah.
things will change and
Yeah.
like
I
open-minded.
think your mentality of like chasing what feels good is
Yeah.
pretty good.
And I got out of the grind like you, and I would not go back. And I've worked really hard in building my business, and I want to continue to see where that can go. But I want to be open that I believe in the yes and,
Mm-hmm.
that it's all possible.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite coffee shop in the world
REBYL.
besides REBYL?
Downtown local.
Really? In the whole world?
Whole world.
Come on.
Traveled.
Yes, you do. You do
I
have
do
one.
love downtown local though. Like it's
That's
like the
in.
vibe. I'm just partial to Pescadero though, I think.
That's like like 30 minutes from us.
In the world,
You have one.
I have one.
Yes. I'm Man vs. Machine.
Oh, I mean, not in the whole world. I don't know. That's a rad coffee shop, though.
Right.
Man vs. Machine is a very rad coffee shop. They do a great job. Fine, I'll throw them up there. That's good.
Do you have a favorite roaster?
I mean, I'm so partial toward our Cat and Cloud dudes, but if I was like to get, oh no, what is the one that you brought?
Native.
Native is phenomenal. If you're gonna do pour over coffee at your house, Native is stupid good.
Stupid good.
Like almost everything that they put in a bag is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but I love Cat and Cloud. They're fantastic partners.
They're out of Santa Cruz.
Yeah,
they're
phenomenal.
We like exclusively brew.
Wonderful humans, and they provide really high quality, consistent coffee. So I'm excited and very proud to be working with them.
So how do people meet you and come experience REBYL?
I mean, you find me at the shops. Yeah, except for on the weekends. I'm not usually.
So come to Half Moon Bay.
Come to Half Moon Bay, our main shop, which I highly recommend you go there first. If you're going to go to one, I would definitely go to our Shoreline spot. And that is at 225 Cabrillo Highway South in Half Moon Bay. You can't miss it. It's right off Highway 1. If you want to come enjoy downtown Main Street in Half Moon Bay and want to get your caffeine fix, then you should come by REBYL Outpost, grab a coffee, and then go maybe Christmas shopping. I don't know when's this coming out of the New Year?
It's a New Year, not Christmas.
Well, don't do Christmas shopping. Or unless that's crazy. If you want to hold on to gifts out loud.
Well, they might listen to this in a year from now, and maybe they will be.
Maybe.
Well, we can't wait to see you there.
Yeah.
And Ryan, thanks for getting unfiltered today.
Thank you.
This was such a treat.
Lindsay's the best. You're the best.
Ryan's the best. I mean, we could go on all day. Work for people that you respect. Work for people that respect you, and it makes a world of a difference.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. All right. Catch you next time. Bye.